When you think of elasticity, you might think of like a rubber band that can stretch really far, right? But when it comes to developing elasticity for athleticism, it's really a different concept. What we're looking for is an elastic collision, which is a collision where there's a good conservation of energy. So for example, if I drop this rubber ball, it bounces back pretty well. All right, if there's a good conservation of energy during that collision with the ground. That's elasticity, and that's the kind of quality we're trying to develop in an athlete. Now, if we look at the human body instead of a rubber ball, athletes that are elastic are not the ones that deform a lot like a rubber band, right? It's actually the opposite. The ones that are elastic tend to be the ones that hit the ground very stiff, very firm, and they don't deform. All right, that's how you get an elastic interaction with the ground. All right, so we develop elasticity by getting a lot of stiff leg contacts, and that occurs during upright running as well as different types of jumps with minimal knee bend and short contact time. Now we're going to compare a baseball to this rubber ball. So you see that the rubber ball bounces up, the baseball does not. The baseball is not elastic. Okay, it is hard, but it's not elastic. Now if we were to high-speed film the collision of the two balls with the ground, we'd probably see some different action going on there, right? So we could look at that and we could say, oh, the baseball needs to have technique more like the rubber ball. Of course, that would be ridiculous, because the truth is the baseball is just not made of the same stuff, so it can't possibly interact with the ground in the same way. The same is true of athletes. You can look at elite athletes and study their technique, and technique is certainly something that can be learned to some degree, but you have to realize that in elite athletes, their body type and their explosiveness and elasticity and strength allow them to use that technique effectively. If you do not possess those physical qualities, then your technique is not going to be the same. If you want to improve your technique, you got to improve those physical qualities. All right? Force production influences technique.